Somewhere on Earth today, there could be a person who looks almost impossible on paper, not because they have superpowers, not because they came from a movie, but because biology, chance, family history, and timing all landed on one human being in a way that almost never happens. Imagine meeting someone quiet and ordinary at a bus stop. They smile. They speak softly. Nothing about them feels fake or magical, but then you notice the details. Their hair is almost silver white. Their skin has very little pigment. Their two eyes are not the same color. They write with their left hand. Their blood type is so rare that doctors would treat it like treasure. Their organs might even sit in a mirror image pattern inside their body, and somehow they can remember nearly every day of their life with shocking detail. At first, this sounds like a character someone invented. But then comes the uncomfortable question. Could a person like that actually exist? Statistically, the answer is maybe. But to understand how unlikely they would be, we have to build them one rare trait at a time. First, let's choose where this person is born. Humanity is huge. More than 8 billion people are alive today, but people are not spread evenly across cultures, regions, and communities. Some groups include hundreds of millions of people. Others are tiny, sometimes only a few hundred people. So for this thought experiment, let's place our person in a small, isolated birth community of about 500 people. That alone is rare. 500 people out of 8 billion is about 1 in 16 million. So before we even talk about genes, eyes, blood, or memory, our fictional person is already extremely unlikely. Now let's add albinism. Albinism is a genetic condition where the body produces much less melanin than usual. Melanin affects the color of skin, hair, and eyes. In many forms of albinism, a person may have very light skin, pale or white hair, and eyes that appear light blue, gray, or sometimes reddish depending on the light. Worldwide, albinism is often estimated around 1 in 20,000 people. Now our odds are no longer in the millions. They are in the hundreds of billions. But we are just getting started. Next, let's give this person complete heterochromia. That means each eye has a different color, not just a small ring, not just a little patch. One full eye may be blue, while the other may be brown, green, amber, or gray. A large study using thousands of portraits estimated visible heterochromia at around 0.063%. That is roughly 1 in 600 people. So now we have someone from a tiny birth community with albinism and 2 differently colored eyes. Already the math is getting ridiculous. Now let's make them left-handed. About 1 in 10 people are left-handed. Compared to the other traits, that sounds common. But when you are multiplying rare traits together, even a 1 in 10 trait makes the final number 10 times harder to hit. At this point, we are not describing a normal rare person. We are describing a lottery ticket inside a lottery ticket inside another lottery ticket. But the body has deeper secrets than skin, hair, and hands. So next, let's give this person Rh-null blood. Rh-null is sometimes called golden blood. It is not gold-colored. It gets that nickname because it is incredibly rare and medically valuable. People with Rh-null blood lack all Rh antigens on their red blood cells. The estimated frequency is about 1 in 6 million, and fewer than 50 known people worldwide are often mentioned. For hospitals, this matters because blood compatibility can become extremely difficult. A person with Rh-null blood may only be able to safely receive blood from another person with Rh-null blood. So now our rare human has a blood type so unusual that most doctors will never meet someone with it. Next, let's turn the body into a mirror. There is a condition called situs inversus, where the internal organs are arranged in a mirrored position. The heart may lean to the right instead of the left. The liver and stomach can be flipped from their usual places. Many people with situs inversus live normal lives and may not even know they have it until a scan or medical exam reveals it. But it is rare, around 1 in 10,000 people. Add that to our stack: tiny birth community, albinism, different colored eyes, left-handed, Rh-null blood, mirror image organs, and still, we can go one level deeper. Let's give this person an extraordinary memory. Highly superior autobiographical memory, sometimes called hyperthymesia, is a condition where a person can recall an unusually large number of days from their life in vivid detail. Ask them about a date years ago, and they may remember what they did, what they felt, what happened in the world, and what day of the week it was. It sounds useful, but for some people it can feel overwhelming. Remembering everything also means struggling to forget. Fewer than 100 cases are commonly discussed worldwide. For a rough thought experiment, if we treated that as about 100 people in 8 billion, that is about 1 in 80 million. Now multiply everything together. A tiny birth community, albinism, complete heterochromia, left-handedness, Rh-null blood, situs inverses, and highly superior autobiographical memory. The final toy estimate becomes around 1 in 2, 4 times 10 to the power of 34. That is a 24 followed by 33 more digits. At that size, the number stops feeling like a number. Your brain just gives up and says, okay, impossible. But here is the important part. This calculation is not a prediction. Real traits are not perfectly independent. Genetics, ancestry, environment, and diagnosis all overlap in complicated ways. You cannot build a real human by just multiplying numbers on a board. But as a thought experiment, it shows something beautiful. Every person is a stack of impossible events. Your parents had to meet. Their parents had to meet. Your ancestors had to survive wars, weather, hunger, disease, accidents, and random choices. One different conversation, one missed bus, one family moving to a different town, and you might not be here. You may not have golden blood. You may not have mirror image organs. You may not remember every day of your life. But the exact combination that became you has never happened before and will never happen again. Your face, your voice, your memories, your habits, your fears, your laugh, your timing, your tiny strange preferences, all of it is one biological fingerprint. So yes, somewhere out there, the rarest possible human might exist. But the real twist is this. In a universe this large, every human is already statistically ridiculous, including you.